All right, you want to see?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa, brother, what the heck? Oh my God, Jim. Your wife has that?
That's my lady. That's my best gal.
Wow. That is a tall pussy.
She's a tall lady. She's a tall lady.
Oh, that thing's in 4. Yeah, and so you guys have lived together, huh?
We lived together. I put her up. Immigration was very slow. It was just one of those things where she had something she had to get fixed, and we did it right. But it's just, it's a slow process. So while she was waiting, I moved her to Montreal, and I would drive up and see her. And I wound up spending the whole pandemic there. I drove up. Thought they're going to close the Canadian border, so I drove up one day after the radio show, and I just stayed for 15 months. I was out of the U.S. for 15 months. It was crazy. Doing the radio show from there, it was my first time living with anyone. And it was in the pandemic in a 1-bedroom in Montreal.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, if we can do this, I can make this work. Like if we can, because Canada was even panicky more than the US about COVID, 8:00 curfew, they were really crazy up there about it. So I'm like, if we can make it through this, we can be okay, in New York and having a life together.
So was that kind of a moment for you where like, okay, this is a big thing that I was able to do, and that gave you because sometimes I question like, how do I get to those next places? I think when you're kind of like, I'm not 40s, I'm single. So it's like, you're like, will I ever get there? What's really going to change? Was that like a thing that really made it kind of different for you?
Yeah, that made it like, okay, this is a real thing. Like I had never done that with anybody in the States, but we were forced to. Because if I came back to the States once, the border was closed, I would not have been allowed back into Canada. So I had to choose between like being in New York or my life with her, like leaving her alone up there we didn't know for how long. So it was kind of like a loaded gun to your head, like you're here or it's over. And doing that, I was just so grateful to be with her and so like grateful to actually have a chance. It was like a test run. You got to do a test run and see like, do I want to be with this person? Yeah. And we got along like way better than I would have thought. And so life here is fairly easy compared to that.
Wow.
But easy in a married way. Like everything people told me about marriage is true.
Yeah?
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, you got to answer to somebody. Somebody's in your space. Ugh. Somebody doesn't like the shit I hang on the walls. Like, I don't like answering to a person. No, nobody does.
No. Well, I think it's one of the reasons, especially like with comedy, you just work for yourself. It's just you up there. There's nobody that's telling you. The crowd tells you it's fine. I'll accept it from a group. I'm not taking it from one person.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a total space of complete control.
Yeah, and it's very like I like the fact too that like when you're with someone, because we talk about our lives on stage. So like I've been with women who got so angry at me for the things I said about our personal life, and she doesn't care at all, which I love. She loves the stuff I talk about, like our personal life, no matter how embarrassing it is or how personal it is or how intimate. She doesn't care. Wow. She's like, great, go ahead, do whatever you want to do. She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I guess if you're cuddling up at night, I mean, there's people have wieners in the bed.
Yeah. I mean, I have a wiener. Shit, you don't spend $100,000 on immigration lawyers for a dick smaller than yours. Good. Yeah. They weren't happy to see you.
But I bet there was low key a lot of support for gay men on those boats because you're on the ship for a long time.
In high stockings. I mean, come on. You're going to tell me Miles Standish didn't get his asshole played with?
Yeah.
I hope that was his name.
It had to have been, dude. But yeah, you're telling me you're out there drinking. How many women were on the Mayflower? Let's take a gant because that's going to help.
I'm going to guess very few or none.
Oh.
Or none. I think that's a great point. How many women were on the Mayflower? Probably none of them. Probably all men.
The number of women, most sources agree that 18 adult women began the Mayflower journey. Only 4 or 5 women were still alive by the spring of 1621.
Oh my God. I guess there was a long line outside each door.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine that, though?
Yeah.
Hiding. Pregnancy. 3 of the women, Elizabeth Hopkins, Susanna White, and Mary Allerton, were pregnant during the voyage.
And the crazy part is there's no way to prove whose baby it was back then until it's born and you look at it and go, oh, yeah, it's your baby. Because there was no DNA testing. There was no, so 10 guys fuck you and one of them gets you pregnant. Oh well.
God, can you imagine, though? Guys would just be trying to get you drunk so that they could then go approach your wife, or they would just be trying to get somebody else, like some other guys, get them and another man so drunk that they could just pretend that they weren't gay for a little while.
For a little while, yeah. Oh, and have sex with the woman, yeah.
Or no, jerk off the man or have sex with the man, but just be like, oh, Susanna, just keep saying a woman's name during it or something.
Oh, and pretend like... By that point, you hope that you wouldn't like it, because if you're fucking a guy, he's got to know that you're enjoying it, and vice versa. You hope that you wouldn't have to be thinking about a woman just to convince yourself.
But you might feel like, what's going on here? You know, like there's some, I'm sure, like astute white males or whatever who are like, you know, in some of these, you know, who are probably getting money from APAC or whatever, who are definitely, you know, who are like banging a guy and be like, what's happening here? This is, you know, like a Tremors from an Earth. Like, man, the windows or something. You know?
What's going on there? No, I understand.
What's going on? I'm going to come in this guy.
Oh my God, how did this happen? I must have fallen.
Veto.
Yeah. But yes, in a way, you're right. Because I remember, were you coked up that day?
Oh, bro, that started my, that day, I made a story for Ari Shafir's show. And that story, like, is when people started paying attention to my comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I ended up in a taxi cab, driving a taxi cab, high on cocaine. The driver had picked me up. There was a girl in the cab. We're dropping her off. She kind of rejected me. I didn't like make it, like, I just like, she was laying in my lap. I was trying to like give her a kiss, you know, because I feel like she was flirting. She laid in my lap. And
of course.
So I like, you know, whatever. And I didn't be aggressive, but she like was like, what are you doing? And so then I felt some rejection. She got dropped off where she was going. It was just me and the driver. And I was like, let's go get some coke. You know where we can get some cocaine. And then it was like next 2 hours later, I'm driving. He has a hooker. He's bought hookers for us. He's in the back of the taxi. We're up in like Washington Heights.
Yep.
And I have to be at the radio station the next morning at like 6:30. I get dropped off at my hotel at 5:50, right? It's a couple blocks away.
Right.
I shower and I walk over there, dude. And it was the scariest walk ever because every moment of the walk was so scary. And I just was like rattled.
Right.
And I got inside and I sat on the show. I couldn't even talk.
I don't remember.
And Daryl Strawberry was the guest. And I'd always thought he was like this drug addict. And here he was, pure as the driven snow.
Sober. He's clean and sober. I think he still is. I hope he still is. But yeah, he can't. Joe Torre told a story about him, about the plane going in. It was really bad turbulence and everyone was panicking, but Daryl was reading his Bible in the back. So like he turned around and like has this sober life. And it's weird being fucked up around somebody that's sober.
Oh,
it's uncomfortable.
And I'd always thought he was this way. And I'd always thought I was kind of like toeing the line and do, you know, straight. And then it was this moment where everything, and that's when I got into recovery rooms after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
literally the 2 days after.
That show, like, you know, the Opie and Anthony show it was a different thing. Like it was, you know, and Opie and I did what we could. It's hard to follow the Opie and Anthony show. Like, you know what I mean? It's a hard act to follow, especially when it was uprooted without any one of us wanting it to be uprooted. But man, I look back at that show and I'm really glad I was a part of that. Like there was some really funny shit on that show. Great comics coming through. Everyone being vicious to each other. Like, you know what I mean? It was a really. Was his wife look good naked?
Pretty good.
I'll show you my wife's penis if you want, but she wouldn't care.
You're crazy. Really?
Yeah, she wouldn't care.
Oh, dude, maybe just do a drawing of it for me.
Okay, all right.
You think? All right, just show it. I'll kind of go like this a little.
All right. I won't show it on camera just because.
No, just show it to me. I don't want to see all of it at once.
Oh,
though.
yeah. I can't show it all on camera because she's a lady. She wouldn't care for that. No lady wants their penis shown completely on camera.
Oh, for sure. Dude, I don't even want to fucking look at it.
I won't show it to you if you don't want to look at it.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Let me see here. Hold on. You can. I won't just hit you with it.
Yeah, this don't surprise you. Don't be like.
Let me find an acceptable photo that she would be proud of. Okay. No, she wouldn't like that. That's a video. I'll find one for you.
Yeah, take your time. I'm gonna think about something else for just a minute.
All right. You want to see?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoa, brother! What the heck? Oh my God, Jim! Your wife has that?
That's my lady. That's my best gal.
Wow. That is a tall pussy.
She's a tall lady. She's a tall lady.
Oh, that thing's in 4-H, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to spray some Roundup on that.
Yeah.
God, yeah, you got to get back home.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I need a break. You know what I mean? Your body collects, and you're like, I'll take a little break. I'll go back home. You know,
bro, you could freaking scratch. You could file your nails down on that thing.
Yeah. But it's funny. It's like it really is. That's the main difference in the relationship. It's like compared to other women I've dated. Mm-hmm. As a person, there's no difference. Like our life is the same as anybody's life. Thank God she has a sense of humor.
Right.
Like, I love that she has a sense of humor. I love that
you have to have that.
Yeah. But some don't. I've dated people who would get mad if I talked about certain things. And I've even gone out with trans girls that would be very mad at me just doing that. Like, so
the fact at least she has a good sense of humor, man. God.
If she didn't, I wouldn't have done that. Like I'm fucking around, but
yeah, that's I mean, yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I would never even look at some guy's wiener, but it's a woman's wiener.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on people look at that differently too. Like there's a lot of people that are